We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing right away is Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Daniels looking to throw. He'll get this out wide to Scott. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Let's go. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Play action, now it's Daniels. Caught by Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, McCarthy. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So this game of our, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
To the air with McCarthy. That is caught. He's got room at the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
To throw is Daniels. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Vikings Commanders 7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
To the air goes Daniels. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now McCarthy. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. McCarthy off the play fake. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's McCarthy. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. They'll run with Dobbins, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. On a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he stopped immediately there. Byron Murphy there on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Let's go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 38 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw McCarthy. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the gun on third down, McCarthy able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking left side, and it's complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jordan Addison as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
A final shot before break. Daniels steps away, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Hey, it's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football.
First, and he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there.
Up front and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a
looking to throw. McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. On play action, now McCarthy. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league. Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half? Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain. Well, they go play action. Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that goes for a gain of 31. Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 125 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Play action, now it's Daniels. That's caught left side by Sennett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Daniels. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Here we go. Ready?
Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Daniels looking to throw. And it's caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
2nd down and 6 now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The offense on 3rd down tonight can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. To the air with McCarthy. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And even 150 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Another run here with Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Let's go.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2nd down and 3.
Hey, check that.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now McCarthy. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. One more time with Dobbins. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Vikings 49, Commanders 35. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Warriors 70. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He's got McLaurin, and they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Washington will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game.